I'm West. We're here at the Blue Hill Ave community meeting talking about the project for Blue Hill Ave. Who am I here with tonight?
You're here with your District 4 Boston City Councilor Brian Worrell, representing you on the Boston City Council if you live in the neighborhoods of Dorchester, Mattapan, Jamaica Plain, or Rosendale. And I just want to give a big shout out to Wes, young Mattapan. The young man has a very bright future. Big shout out to everything he's doing. Yes, and shout out to the videographer doing his thing.
Yo, big shout out to Damien for sure. Counselor, tell me, what are the people saying tonight about this?
We heard from the group that came here, I think maybe like close to 100 people showed up, and majority of those individuals were against the current plan of having a center run and bus lane down Blue Hill Ave. We did hear from a lot of people who are supportive of the plan on making sure that buses are more reliable, that there's more safety for pedestrians, and also for people who travel on the bikes. And I think that we could do that by creating an alternative plan for those on Blue Hill Ave. We also heard about the businesses, how the businesses will be impacted by this plan. So I do think it's important to get back to the drawing board, but at the very least, there have been decades of deferred investments inside of Blue Hill Ave, and that should not come at the cost of whether we have a center run and bus lane or not, right? We need investments in Blue Hill Ave, fixing our roads, better traffic lights, better street lighting, more trees up and down there, maybe larger sidewalks. We need to invest in Blue Hill Ave, and that should not come at a ultimatum of whether we have a center run and bus lane. I think that's what we've heard loud and clear from everyone. Investments need to be made, and it doesn't need to be a center run and bus lane.
Now, this project, it's costing us a lot of money. And I know that a lot of the people, as yourself and a few of the city councilors, are against this project. Can we expect this money to be used elsewhere for the city? Is that possible? So
that's what we're looking into right now. So we're getting some money from the federal government, which I believe came through an RFP. So that money might be a little bit tied up, but there's money coming also from the state. So we are looking into to see if the state, right, because the MBTA is a state agency, and they should also be investing in public transportation. So we believe, I believe that the state should also be investing in Blue Hill Ave, right? So there is a conversation that I think needs to be pushed forward,
most definitely,
right, around what is the state's investment on Blue Hill Ave, because again, there hasn't been investment in Blue Hill Ave in decades, right? And the city has already presented a plan where they said that if we are not doing a center run and bus lane, there's another option that they will be invested in doing, right? Which is pedestrian safety, more trees, making sure that the crosswalks are raised, right? Better lighting, right? We should be asking the state if they will invest in beautifying and increasing pedestrian safety, and also protecting our cyclists who use Blue Hill Ave as well. Can we get the state behind that plan that the community is all for?
Now, what can we expect you following up the next few weeks from this conversation? What are your plans to make sure that the people are heard and that those actions are implemented into the community?
Right, so it's all about listening and organizing. So today we listened, now it's time to organize. And everyone who showed up today, they dropped their email address. So the idea now is to build a coalition, right? A coalition to take action. Whether it's sending emails, whether it's a rally, whether it's writing our elected officials from our governor to our mayor, to our city councilors, to our state representatives, letting them know how the people in our neighborhood feel will be the next step. And everyone who came here today and signed that piece of paper, they will be receiving a follow-up email.
Okay. And for those who haven't been able to come out tonight, please stay in contact with our counselor, because this guy right here is going to make sure that our voices are heard, but also he is from the community, so he knows already from his own experiences that this matters. So I always appreciate the work that you've been doing for us, because honestly, we need more faces like him in the community.
Oh man,
most definitely.
Thank you, appreciate you, man.
Brother.
Keep doing what you're doing.